I now call on second round. I understand that Senator Mark Daly.
Thank you. Senator Norris, and congratulations for taking the chair again and refereeing this part of the occasion, and your re-election and your long service. You championed causes when they were not popular, and you have seen them through. But it is a great honour for me to second the proposal of Denis O'Donovan for Cathaoirleach of the 25th Seanad. As a Kerryman, it's always an honour to support people from Cork in everything except football. And he hopefully will earn that position today because of his tireless work for his community, his devotion to his constituency and his service to his country. He's earned it because of his great determination and relentless effort in public service. Denis was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was born in the isolated Sheep's Head Peninsula, one of 11, 8 of whom emigrated to the United States of America. And given the fact that so many of his family are in America, I might suggest that if he takes the chair, he might invite the Vice President to come and address us in this House when he visits Ireland. At the age of 17, Denis emigrated himself to London, where he worked on the building sites to help pay his way through college. In 1976, tragedy struck the family when his father, Tommy, passed away, and as well as using his earnings from the building sites in London to pay his way through college, he also used those earnings to support his mother, Mary. He qualified as a solicitor and set up a successful practice in Bantry with his business partner, Flor Murphy. At the age of 30, he was elected to Cork County Council and served in that august body on 3 occasions. And after half a lifetime ago, he was first elected to public office. It is a great journey for him to be here today for this occasion and to arrive at this moment. It shows his determination and his grit that he ran for Daly on 5 occasions before being elected in 2002. It says a lot about his character and about his devotion. And it says more about it than any words of mine could ever do. He has served in the Seanad on over 5 occasions, and as many of us know, this is one of the most difficult elections in any democracy in the world. In Leinster House, he has represented the farming community, but more especially, he has represented the fishing community because of his love of the sea and having lived by it for so long. And his great recreational pastime is mackerel fishing. So if you ever can't get Denis on the phone, it is probably because he has literally gone fishing. One of Denis's greatest achievements was as chair of the Committee of the Constitution in 2002, and he identified the fact that the rights of the child were not adequately protected within our Constitution. That ultimately led to the 31st Amendment of Bunreacht na hÉireann. John F. Kennedy said that everybody can make a difference and everyone must try, and most certainly Denis has made that difference. Politics and politicians have many critics. I'm still waiting for those critics to come up with the alternative. Public representatives, as we all know, have been targeted for criticism, often unfairly. And we have often been on the receiving end of that criticism ourselves. But I think as we start a new Seanad and we elect a new Cathaoirleach, we might reflect on the words of another public representative, President Roosevelt, who had some words of wisdom on that particular topic. It is called The Man in the Arena. And it says, it is not the critic who counts, the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or how the doer of deeds could have done better. The critic belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is covered with dust and sweat and tears, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again. Because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. The man who actually strives to do the deed, who shows great enthusiasm and great devotion, who spends himself in a worthy cause. Because at best he knows the triumph of high achievement and at worst fails, but fails while daring greatly. And his place will never be among those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Denis has shown great enthusiasm. He has given great devotion. And if he has failed, it is only because he has failed while daring greatly. Denis, this day is rare in the life of a public representative. It is a day when one among us actually knows that feeling of the triumph of high achievement. The Cathaoirleach of Seanad is one of the few positions mentioned in our most important legal document, Bunreacht na hÉireann. The Cathaoirleach is one of the highest posts in this republic, and in the 100th anniversary of the proclamation of that republic, it makes the position of chair all the more special. This day is a great honour for Denis, but it is also a great honour for his family. Because as we all know, families sacrifice so much because their loved ones have to give so much of their time in public service, leaving little time for family. It is a special day also for the family, the friends and the relations and the supporters, because they have been with him in days when the failures came despite their best efforts, but they are here today in this day of high achievement. He is perfectly suited to be the Cathaoirleach because he served as last Cathaoirleach in the last Seanad, and his door has always been open to everybody regardless of their political persuasion, as his door has always been open in his constituency in West Cork. And finally, having been the man in the arena, he is well suited to be the person who will chair this arena. It is my distinct honour and privilege to second the proposal of Denis O'Donovan as the Cathaoirleach of the 25th Seanad. Thank you, Cathaoirleach.